Have you ever imagined what the world would look like if all humans had the same language, the same clothes, the same traditions, and the same way of life? Maybe the world will feel simpler, but at the same time, the world will also lose the color story and magic that makes life so interesting. From the remote mountains in Papua, the vast deserts in Africa, the dense Amazonian forests, to the ice plains in the Arctic, thousands of tribes around the world have lived for hundreds or even thousands of years, with unique cultures, traditions, and values. This diversity is what makes the Earth not only a place for humans to live, but also a home for millions of different stories. When looking at the world map, we may only see the border of the country. But behind those boundaries, there are thousands of ethnic groups and tribes that have their own identities. According to various anthropological studies, there are more than 5,000 ethnic groups spread around the world. Each has a different language, custom, belief, art, and way of interacting with nature. There is a tribe that lives in the middle of the forest and depends on nature to survive. There are also those who live in high mountainous areas with traditions that are passed down from generation to generation. This diversity shows that humans have an extraordinary ability to adapt to various environments. Many people think that progress only comes from modern technology, even though various traditional tribes keep very valuable knowledge. For example, some tribes in the Amazon know hundreds of types of medicinal plants that are used to cure diseases. In the Arctic region, indigenous people are able to read weather changes and ice conditions with extraordinary accuracy. Meanwhile, various tribes in Asia and Africa have friendly agricultural techniques that have been used for centuries. Knowledge like this is an invaluable legacy for the world. One of the greatest meanings of tribal diversity is teaching that not everyone has to live the same way. Every culture has a different view of family, social life, education, to the relationship with nature. When we study other cultures, we learn to respect differences. We realize that something that is considered common in one place can become very different in another place. This kind of understanding helps reduce prejudice and strengthen mutual respect between humans. Many works of art, music, dance, clothing, and food that we enjoy today were born from cultural diversity. Imagine a world without traditional African music, Asian dance, indigenous carving, or various typical foods from various parts of the world. Cultural differences become an inexhaustible source of inspiration. When cultures meet each other, new ideas are born that enrich human life. That is why diversity is not a barrier, but an extraordinary source of creativity. Many traditional tribes see nature not as something that must be conquered, but as a part of life that must be protected. They take enough from nature and try to maintain its balance. These values are becoming increasingly important. In the modern era, when the world faces various environmental problems, such as climate change, deforestation, and pollution, from them, we learn that progress does not always have to mean exploiting nature. Sometimes wisdom comes from a simple way of life. Although cultural diversity is very valuable, many tribes in the world face various challenges. Modernization, urbanization, and globalization have caused many regional languages to disappear. Some traditions that have been passed down for hundreds of years are slowly forgotten. There are even indigenous groups who lost their ancestral territories due to the development and exploitation of natural resources. When a culture is lost, the world does not only lose a group of people, the world lost its unique way of thinking, knowledge, stories, and history. Therefore, cultural preservation is a shared responsibility. Imagine a garden that only has one type of flower. The garden may still be beautiful, but it will not be as beautiful as a garden filled with various colors, shapes, and aromas. Likewise, with the world, ethnic and cultural diversity makes life richer and more meaningful. Each culture provides a new perspective on how humans understand life, face challenges, and find happiness. The more cultures we know, the wider the way we see the world. In the end, the diversity of tribes in the world is not just differences in language, clothing, or tradition. Diversity is proof that humans have many ways to live, learn, and develop. Behind every tribe, there are stories, wisdom, and lessons that can inspire us all. Therefore, when we appreciate cultural diversity, we are actually appreciating the greatest wealth that mankind has. The world becomes beautiful, not because everyone is the same, but because everyone and every culture has a different color. And when all those colors came together, a great painting called human civilization was created.